So what are we doing exactly on the computer?
We are doing a custom design using a CAD software called Matrix. It's the same software that's used by the auto industry, architects, engineers. It gives us the ability to design in 3D on a computer and put in all the different parameters and then produce a ring from that.
So if you have an idea of what you would like to have for a ring or a brooch or something like that, you can sketch it in, bring it into you and say, well, I'd like to have little flowers here and this there and a line here, and you can actually recreate that on the computer.
Definitely, we love hand sketches. We love photos from catalogs or off the internet, anything we can use to reproduce onto the computer your exact ring.
So at this point we see all these lines and things. Now you can also flesh that out with the different colors or variations of metals that you'll use for the piece.
Right, part of the software is an ability to do what's called a rendering, and it lets us play around with different colored metals, different colored stones, and different finishes, whether it be a high polish or a brush or something like that, satin finish, and it gives you the ability to really see your piece before it's done and completed.
So once they approve the actual piece, the rendering, if you will, on the computer, what's the next step in the process?
This machine will cut the exact piece into wax. That wax will eventually go into an investment process where it's burnt out and we can cast metal into the cavity that's left to produce the ring.
Now, is this something that was done by hand prior to the advent of the computer and the machines and all that?
This is how my grandfather used to make custom. Everything was done by hand.
But as a jeweler, there are occasions where you will design the piece by hand still.
Sure, yeah. The craftsmanship is definitely still there, especially in the understanding of the proper production. The computer can't tell whether something is designed properly. That's where the craftsmanship really comes in.
So how long does it take for the wax mold to be ready for casting?
That machine will take several hours to cut a finished wax for us to produce.
And then where do we go from there?
From there we're going to go to process of pouring an investment around that wax, and then it'll burn out overnight and give us the ability to clear the wax, leave a cavity that will cast metal into.
So here's the final product. Beautiful piece. Tell me a little about the ring.
Well, this specific ring here, we completed it with a 5.5mm aquamarine. It is a 14 karat white gold. Overall, this is actually just a custom piece we're going to sell here in the store as one of our own creations as kind of artists. And in general, we try to strive to create things that are going to last, that you can pass down, that have it's just not a here and now thing. It's more of art for a long time coming.
And we're giving away an exclusive piece of jewelry that the listener gets to design. You know, the days of the clay ashtrays are over, and the doily hearts for Mom for Mother's Day. So if you're going to build it for Mom, what should they be thinking in terms of if they win this?
Well, in general, I think sometimes coming up with what you want, it's one of those you know it when you see it kind of things. And what we try to evoke from people who come in here, take that blank page and start looking at ideas. We have plenty of resources here to start narrowing it down and narrowing that focus. And so they shouldn't be intimidated by that they have to have something set in stone, because none of that stuff is set in stone.
And this is going to be a fun process.
Absolutely. I think that's what's the creative process. I think it is fun just by nature.
Yeah.